Hey folks, welcome to True Force Machinery in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And this is the Hawaii machine. You see, we are known to review machines and we are being honest about what machine you're getting and how much you're paying for it.
This is the saddest reaper machine I've ever sat on.
So companies come to us and says, how much you sell our machines is where? Now, Hawaii, they have asked us for us to sell their machines for quite a lot of time, but the problem was that we're known to sell cheap machines. And
I'm not cheap, I'm generous!
their machines are rated up there with the expensive ones. Now, how expensive? Not that expensive. For example, well, this machine is sold anywhere for $11,500. We're now selling it at a sale price of $9,999. And I'm saying it because there is a very high chance they'll ban us from selling their machines, considering we're breaking the market. Again, the color is slightly different. It uses a matte gray color, but the quality of the build is also different. You see, it comes with a quick connect. This is the 14G with the Kubota D722. It has a quick connect, very similar to what you see on the Reapers. They use a bolt and two nuts and not one nut, which proves to you something about the quality of the build. The second nut holds the first nut in place and they lock each other. So those nuts never come off, which is very nice. They hit everywhere. There is zinc grease fittings everywhere. No needle grease fittings. They put the ring. The biggest problem was that the zinc fittings used to snap off. So they put needle fittings, but instead of it, they welded the ring and then installed zinc fittings in it, which is very, very nice. The cylinders are better quality. They're built with a round hose and two washers, rubber washers on the side. Those are known to be more high pressure. The blade is the most important part. It is thick. This is the first machine I've seen that the back of the blade has a plate as well, which makes it much more capable to push materials. It's probably much more than what the machine can do, but that's okay. The roof is collapsible by taking those 4 bolts. The roof can come off, obviously, which is very nice. Very thick metal, bar in the front, bar in the back behind your seat. Lots of, everything is metal, no plastic. Look at this. All the other machines, plastic. Cup holder, handles, controllers. As we said before, Kubota D722, very spacious. You got room for everything in it. All the filters are right in front of you. Built-in counterweight to make it true 1.4-ton machine. The exhaust is built inside the counterweight. Running, everything is insulated, so no heat comes to your cabin. Obviously, a hydraulic cooler and a fan. It has a very unique throttle handle. You won't see it in any other machines. It reminds you of what used to be made, but it has
Hi, how are you?
some interesting features. Besides the fact that it has a weight sensing valve that adjusts the pressure on the pump based on how much weight you put on it, it has this. You see, my boom is up and my bucket is in the air. Now let's look at this Reaper. This is the Reaper R10. The boom and the bucket is in the air. And let's say I accidentally touch it. Boom! I killed my neighbor's cat. Now I need to dig another grave for the cat. What am I supposed to do with it? How am I supposed to explain it to my neighbor? That cat has been with her for 17 years. Her husband brought it to her 17 years ago when he came back from Vietnam. And now the cat is dead because we didn't have any safety valves. With Hawaii, it doesn't really happen.
Approved.
So you see, it does not have expendable trucks, but it does have a swing boom, and not just a swing boom. If you look at the Reaper R10 here, for example, the swing boom part is several pieces of metal welded together. The Hawaii is a massive cast iron piece. You know how much weight it can carry on it? Insane. It's actually, looking at them, I see a lot of comparison between them. This is held by 2 pins and 4 points and not 3 like over there. Hawaii Machines sells their machines more expensive than any other Chinese manufacturer out there. And in return, they bring you something. They bring you the 1990s Hitachi's mini excavators, the real Japanese-made excavators. It looks exactly the same to what I remember from the 90s. It drives exactly the same. It's as basic exactly as the original one. It has a Kubota engine on it and 3,100 pounds of pure metal. And it just rides smooth. So you gotta ask yourself the question, when you say, oh, this is a cheap Chinese machine, do you really want a good quality Chinese machine? Because while this costs $9,999 for a Kubota D722, which is slightly more expensive than competitors, because, I mean, they'll be more expensive than that, but they'll give you the expendable tracks, and some features and so on. You're getting what we used to grow up in the 80s and the 90s. Those machines that you would have said, they can shoot a rocket on you. They can shoot an RPG. And it will just keep on going. If there is a landmine on the floor, grab it with a bucket, and I'll just toss it away. I'm driving a 1990s Hitachi. We at True Force Machinery are going to put it to the test and compare it to other machines. And remember, every household in America deserves to own a mini excavator. Like my post, because me and Barbie made a competition of which one of us would have a more interesting video on the HY14G. And on that bombshell, time to end. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.